and the evidence of uncompleted affordable housing projects by different weak democratic governments in Ghana are two major evils which could never have happened under stronger dictatorship. Panels of judges, co-debater, all protocols duly observed. Good evening. My name is Abba Suzy. I am speaking for the motion. A stronger dictatorship is better than a weaker democracy, a tool for Ghana's growth and development. Panel. A dictatorship is a government in which an authoritarian leader exercises absolute political power over the state. According to the United Nations, democracy provides an environment that respects rights and fundamental freedom. However, in Ghana, under the Rawlings dictatorship, the rule of law was respected, was valued, and was used to protect the human rights of its citizens. For example, the PNDC Law 111, Interstate Succession Act 1985, which protected widow or widowers and their children if a dead spouse did not leave a will. Panel. Dictatorship versus democracy is a sensitive topic which requires careful intellectual analysis to support my argument that a stronger dictatorship is a better tool for Ghana's growth and development. Panel. A stronger dictatorship will provide the following. 1. Efficiency and decisiveness in government. 2. Stability, continuity, and development. 3. Less opportunity for wide-scale corruption. Panel, before I proceed, please permit me to explain this point. 1. Efficiency and decisiveness. A stronger dictatorship facilitates quick decision-making and swift policy implementation without the delays associated with democratic processes. This ensures that the projects can be completed on time and resources can be allocated where they are mostly needed. For example, China built 2 hospitals in the pandemic's epicenter, Wuhan, in under 2 weeks to isolate and treat COVID-19 patients. Point 2, stability, continuity, and development. A stronger dictatorship provides a level of political stability and continuity for long-term developmental projects without being hindered by any political opposition. Libya, under the late Muammar Gaddafi, is a typical example of how a stronger dictatorship advances development for its citizens. Again, Singapore went from a third world country to a first world country under Lee Kuan Yew's dictatorship by transforming the island from a formidable nation to an economic powerhouse. Panel. In a lecture delivered by Dr. Shami of the London School of Economics and Political Science, it was evidence that whereas most democratic countries do not achieve phenomenal growth success, 90% of all countries that have achieved big growth success are autocratic, that is, dictatorships. To the last, but not the least, less opportunity for wide-scale corruption. Under a strong dictatorship, there is less opportunity for officials to abuse the position for personal gain, leading to more efficient use of national resources. Now, in conclusion, countries with weaker democracies negate the true meaning of a democracy from government of the people, by the people, for the people, to government of the partisan elites, by the partisan elites, for the partisan elites. Therefore, in the interest of the masses, I strongly stand for the motion that a stronger dictatorship is better than a weaker democracy. A tool for Ghana's growth.
Abraham Lincoln defined democracy as a government for the people, by the people, and of the people. Dictatorship is a system of government where power is concentrated in the hand of an individual or small group of people. I wonder why someone would prefer dictatorship to democracy. Good evening, esteemed judges, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to present to you a case study fostering development and growth. In the 1960s, South Korea was under a dictatorship rule by Park Sang-shin. Despite the initial economic growth, it was transitioned to democracy, and this propelled South Korea's development. In Ghana, 1966 to 1983, Ghana was also under a in 1966 to 1983, Ghana was also under a dictatorship rule by J.J. Rawlings. And under this regime, life were wasted. I mean, people were killed. Example, the three judges. Judges Syria, Justice Kwejo, and Justice Frederick. They were killed. People's rights were abused. Example, Tommy Thompson, who was under the custody of the people. They were tortured. He was tortured because he published an article about Rawlings' regime. Is that what we want? Do we want to walk in fear and panic as they experience? I hope it's no. So I don't know what my opponent is talking about. The evidence is clear, ladies and gentlemen. According to the democratic index by the economics intelligence index, the countries that are classified as full democracies are all constantly ranked higher in terms of political rights, human development, and the others. Examples of such countries are Botswana, Norway, Canada, and others. The House, importance of democracy is democracy fosters inclusivity. We get the chance to vote and elect presidents of ourselves. There is peace in our country. We can move about and do what we want because God, who has created us, has given us the right. Who is that one person who wants to take that right from us? This shouldn't be allowed. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I urge you all to reject this notion that a stronger dictatorship is better than a weaker democracy. Democracy, whether weak or strong, protects the rights of individuals, and that is important. Let's stand together and in commitment to the principle of justice, to the principle of equality and freedom, because it is only through democracy that a country can really flourish. Thank you.
Panels, it seems my opponent didn't hear what I read. That countries with weaker democracies has now negated the true meaning of democracy from government of the people, by the people, for the people, to rather government by the partisan elites, to for partisan elites. Therefore, I strongly stand on the motion that, a stronger dictatorship is better than a weaker democracy, a tool for Ghana's growth and development. Thank you.
I don't know whether my opponents here understand what dictatorship means, because she sitting here wouldn't allow her right to be infringed on. She would never sit there for someone to abuse the mother. No, it's never done. You won't allow that. So don't deceive yourself. The House, dictatorship, always suppress the people, but democracy, whether we have improvements, and it's only democracy that a country can truly flourish. Thank you.
Let's put it together for them, ladies and gentlemen.